don't know if any of you have seen me before on camera. I know most of you are probably used to seeing my husband, Dang It Mike, and we all love him. He's crazy. I live with him, I know. But yeah, so welcome, and sorry, I'm tired and I'm rambling a bit. I know other people understand that. So what I'm going to be doing today is I have activated the secondary quest for both of my companions on Elder Scrolls Online. Right now, what I'm going to start off with, and we'll see how long it goes. I don't know how long it's going to take. My plan is to do the quest with Bastian. So this is a heads up for you. It'll be spoilers if you have companions and if you haven't already activated the second quest with them. There's the first quest that you do with both Bastian and Miri in Blackwood. And then after those two quests, you get them as companions. And then as you build rapport with them, there is a second and third quest with each of them. So this is just a heads up. Spoilers will be shown if, well, it's just going to be spoilers if you haven't done those quests already. So I just wanted to give you that heads up, so that if you don't want to see this content, it's okay. You don't have to watch this video. Tune in later for one of our other ones, one with Mike, or our Tuesday night Kennedy family gaming. That's a lot of fun. We have some friends who just tune in because our family is hilarious and goofy, and we pick on each other and we quote movies while we go run dungeons and stuff. It's a lot of fun. So anyway, just want to give you that intro and say good morning. It is 10:24 here where we're at. If you're on the stream, comment what time it is where you are. I'm curious. I love time zone stuff. So, okay, we are going to get logged into Elder Scrolls. Got my Avengers mug to sit with me while I drink my tea. I already had a massive cup of coffee in this today. Now I'm drinking a rooibos tea. What's your favorite type of tea or coffee? I'm curious. I love information. And information, I just love gathering that from people. I think it's fascinating. So just, forewarning for the future, I ask questions like that for anybody tuning in. I just love learning about people. For instance, I obviously love wolves. I have a wolf mount that my husband, Dang It Mike, gifted to me. I was very excited for my birthday. And I got 2 wolf pets. One of them's in my house. Oh, and you guys will get to see my house. I'm very excited. I just bought this house the other day. This is the Twin Arches housing. And you can get this with gold instead of crowns. Heads up for anybody who may be looking for a house. I figured that out one day when I was just browsing. Does anybody else browse through the Crown store all the time? Because I do. I realized that you can buy some of the houses with gold, and I just didn't know that before. Dismiss errors. So yeah, I bought this. This is my house. This is Twin Arches. I made this alchemy experiment lab over here because I love that, and it's all the vampire stuff we got from the Witches Festival. My alchemy sign that I was able to buy because I achieved Master Alchemist. I was very excited. I love my books, so we got my bookshelf even though there's no books on it. Oh, this is fun. Woohoo! Fire! You can also stand in it. I think it's funny to stand there in there and then light it. Okay, so anyway, there's one of my wolfies. Hi, puppy. I got my little bed and face washing bin. Or is it bin? Hole. And this is the courtyard. And this This house is 73,000 gold. I've been playing Elder Scrolls Online now for about 6 months, and I had saved up enough for that. I know it kind of depends on how much time you play or quests you complete with getting gold. But decent price though. If you want to do that, you visit this house in the Crown Store, and then when you go to purchase options, go to unfurnished, and there should be an option to buy it with gold. Pretty cool. Got a Target Augram over here. Mike gifted that to me from the stuff he got for the Witches Festival. He's a Target Augram, like you can beat him up, test out your stuff, won't hurt him, but our daughters have decided his name is Cutie Pie. And that he is our friend that we tamed, so we're not going to beat him up. That's what I was told. There's one of my horses. I love that you can put your mounts in the houses. Alright, so we are going to head out. This house is in Bankurai, obviously, if you're watching. And I'm going to go find a way shrine to take me to... oh, where is it that we gotta go? For Bastian. Oh, I guess I should pull Bastian out. Bye, Miri. I'll see you later. Alright, let's get Bastian. And then, okay, so...
Let's see what's around the next bend.
Okay, so I love when I talk. For finding those quests, let's see where to go. Wait, what the heck? Where did my quest go? Oh no.
Quistley actually looks sober and worried.
Okay, so this is how we start this quest. Sorry.
Quistley actually looks sober and worried. Whatever trouble he's in, he's taking it seriously for once. Why don't you speak to him? You're a neutral party. He won't be as defensive or, well, weaselish with you.
Alright, so that's what he said after I activated the quest. Basically, I kept building rapport. Just like you can, go grind out gear doing runs at, dungeons and dolmens and stuff. There are lists online of what builds rapport with each of the companions. And I basically just kept doing a grind of all those rapport building things as often as I got on with each of them. And eventually what happens, obviously you can't see it right now, but the little, like the side quest markers, it popped up over their heads when I did the final rapport thing that pushed it just high enough to do the secondary companion quest. And so with Bastian,
Quistley actually
the next
looks
one
sober.
is about Quistley again, obviously, and I'm excited to learn more about him, about Bastian and his story. And I'm a little confused at the moment because it should say companion and under the quests, and I do not see it. Give me a second. It's weird. I wonder if it's because I logged in on Mike's setup rather than mine. That shouldn't change that though. Well, it should be in Blackwood. Oh, there it is. Okay. So, Bastian's quest is called Things Lost, Things Found, and then Miri's is called A Mother's Obsession. So we're going to do Bastian's quest. So Bastian received a letter from Quistley Silvell, who promised to share something he found about Bastian's mother. So for those of you who don't know, Bastian, what we know about him so far is he was a foster child to Quistley's family, who is his best friend, but also kind of like the bane of his existence, because Bastian has to like pull him out of trouble all the time. And Quistley's family is pretty well off. Quistley is a spoiled brat, which you find out when you meet him. And so it seems to me, so far, we'll see, that a lot of how Bastian's character is, where he's trying to be noble, he tries to make noble and good decisions all the time. I think from a psychological standpoint that he's trying to do that because his best friend that he grew up with, who is his foster sibling, does the exact opposite all the time. So, yeah. Bastian was taken in by the Silvells, but he doesn't know why, and he doesn't really remember his parents. So, anyway, we'll finish reading this. Bastian has always wondered why the Silvells took him in and wants to learn more. I should help him. What was that? We found Quistley in Daggerfall. Bastian doesn't really trust him and doesn't trust himself to keep his temper around Quistley. I should speak to Quistley and see what this is about. Alright, so where we need to go here. I'm just gonna travel. 146 gold. I will do that on like the first travel, you know. I've saved up enough gold now. I can do 146 gold for a jump, but if it gets too high, then I go find a way shrine. Eating my oatmeal and yogurt and walnuts. Really good combination, by the way. My aunt's got me hooked on this. I apologize if me randomly eating bothers anybody. I am a stay-at-home mom and a caregiver, and I happen to be home being able to do something for myself right now, so I'm eating because I don't always get the chance to eat. Alright, so let's see here. What is that? Dude, does Mike have an app that shows you where you can harvest alchemy stuff? That's so cool. Okay. Alright, let's go see. Oh, okay, Mike's mini map is in the other corner. Okay. Sorry guys, I'm getting used to Mike's setup here. He has the setup for streaming, which is why I am on his computer.
You're not drinking enough. Go buy yourself a mug of something strong. And get one for me while you're over there.
Sir, I think you need some sleep.
I swear, it seems like there's always something going on around here, but I never have a clue as to what it is.
Let's see.
This place is great.
Name your
I
mustache?
love this place. So, wait a moment. This doesn't look like Aldcroft.
Sir, I would gladly pay a cab to send you back to Aldcroft and get some sleep. But I can't because you're an NPC. Sadness. Does anybody else ever wish that they could, interact more with the NPCs? Like, do something like that? I know that would take a lot of work for the creators and it would be a pain in the butt, so, I know they can't really do that for most things.
Not everyone likes shopping for their home. I get it.
No, I shouldn't need... No, I'm not going to sell stuff right now. Oh, crap. Okay, I hate when that accidentally happens. That happened to anybody else?
Reputation can be tough to live up to. That's why you need one of my fabulous conversation pieces for your home.
Sorry guys, I talk to a lot of the NPCs. Just because I like
Edkeep said I was too drunk to drink. How stupid is that? I do my best drinking when I'm drunk. Ask anyone. Ask Aldimna on the way over there. She'll tell you.
I do my best drinking when I'm drunk. I bet. Alright, where's Quistley? He's upstairs. Okay. Let's see. Okay, I have been here before. Oh, that's new. I don't think that pile of wood was in front of the door before. Is he upstairs? is Quisly? Alright, maybe he's further up. Okay, well he's not up here. Where is he? I know it'll probably just show me that he's right here. Yeah. Is he in this room? Where is he? Well, it's showing me that he's like right there. Oh, is he in here? Nope. What the heck? I probably just ran right past him. No, it says above. Is he outside? I don't know. Sorry guys, this might take me a minute. Okay, either he's in here and I just can't see him, or he's outside. Alright, we're gonna run outside. I thought he was in here based on the map, but he just might be outside. Oh, looks like. Maybe? Okay, what the
My
heck?
daughter is stationed there. I hope she's all right.
Oh, I hope so too, man. Okay, it's showing I need to go in here. Just loading. Alright, I know it said above, but I'm gonna run around down here and make sure he's not down here. Either that or I'm just missing something. Okay, he's definitely not in here. It looks like he should be standing right here in front of the fireplace, but I don't see him. And if it was loaded, Bastian would be interacting with him. Alright, well, might as well get some rapport with Bastian here. Read a book. That is a tip. If you're with either of the companions, if you have either of them out, they both like when you read books. You only get 1 point of rapport, but they add up. Alright, what the heck? Okay, it's showing he should be right here, so I'm not sure why he's not there.
Quisly actually looks sober. I'm listening. What's on your mind?
Yeah, this
I'll
is-
take a life if I must, but I take no joy in it. Assassins and thieves who wrap their deeds in fancy oaths and guild trappings have no honor. Murder is murder, and taking things you've no right to is wrong in my view. Quisly actually looks sober and worried. I'm listening. What's on your mind? I trust you. There aren't many people I would say that about. Quisly actually
Okay.
looks...
Let me see, do I need anything else updated? No. Yes. Mm. Oh, yeah, I need to get a higher level restoration stuff. Okay, I don't understand why Quisly isn't here. Alright. Sorry, guys. Alright. Let's do the old, Oh, of course, now he's there. Well, maybe... Do I need to do it without Bastian? Is that the problem? I was gonna do the old, tech thing, you know. Did you try turning it off and turning it back on? There he is.
I'll
Yay.
be just a step behind you.
Okay, you gonna stay away from him? Alright, there we go.
Ah, there you are.
Oh.
I knew you'd come.
He's so
I'm
snobby.
here, Quisly. What do you want? And what do you have for me?
Easy, Bastian. You seem a bit irritated. Why don't I talk to your reasonable friend here?
Now just... Fine. That's probably for the best.
I remember you. It's fortunate that you're here. I have some information that may make Bastian angry, even
Oh,
though
of course
it's
you
not
do.
my fault. However, I need help with a personal matter first. Perhaps a deal is in order?
Oh my gosh.
I am betrothed. An arranged match,
Oh,
but
gosh.
a rather good one. I have a Silvell heirloom, a ring to present to my affianced. Or rather, I had it. While enjoying the end of my bachelorhood, I... well, lost it gambling.
Of course you
I
did.
need that ring back.
You can't go get it.
I lost it to a woman named Granetta. She's with the bandits who hide out at Illisan Tower. If you and Bastian find her, you'll find the ring. In return, I'll give him the old letter my father kept from him. It's from a Halleck's family servant.
Wow. But you can't just give it to him and be a good friend, right? No. Ugh. Your father withheld information about his family from Bastian?
I had nothing to do with that. I just found the letter while searching for a little gold to buy back the ring. But if it motivates Bastian to help me out, then we both win. Go get the ring. I'll meet you nearby and give Bastian the letter then.
Man, if this man were real, the look I'd be giving him. Very well. We'll go to... How did he say that? I always said Alessian, and I just realized I pronounced that wrong. To the tower and find the ring.
I know Bastian and I haven't always gotten along, but I don't want to jeopardize this arrangement. My bride-to-be is from a very good family. I'm turning over a new leaf, I swear it. I won't need Bastian's help in the future.
A new leaf?
Well, I feel that my misdeeds have been exaggerated, but my father has made it clear that if I were to damage our new alliance with the Bouchent family through my youthful indiscretions, well, I have cousins who could inherit in my place.
Oh.
To be frank, it's an alliance. The Bouchents have their concerns, thanks to many baseless slanders about me,
No.
but the advantages to both families are significant. I am fond of Morian, though. I want her to think well of me.
Exaggerated. You're using a letter that isn't yours to make Bastian help you.
And risking my father's anger by meddling in business he did not want to come to light. If it weren't for me, Bastian would never even know that letter existed. Let's just say I'm being practical for once.
Well, that'd be good. Practical and a new leaf would be good, Quisly. Oh, they're not going to talk to each other. Okay. Well. What in the world? Oh. Maybe I didn't have to have Bastian out. That's kind of funny. I think this is...
Illisan Tower? Fine, let's be on our way. Quickly, before I'm tempted to beat some sense into Quisly.
Oh, that's kind of funny. This is my companion Bastian over here in the armor, the blue and, the blue armor. And this is the one for the quest. That's interesting. Alright.
I'm half ready to strangle Quisly for making me play his little game to get what should have been mine. But, it shows a bit of initiative on his part. Bargaining rather than demanding. Well, maybe he is trying to do better.
Quisly has no right to keep the letter from you.
No, he doesn't. But as much as I'd like to simply threaten Quisly until he gives it up, there's the question of the missing ring. However Quisly lost it, we should try to get it back.
Is the ring that important?
If Quisly is supposed to give it to Morian Bouchent, then yes. I don't want to see the Silvells come to grief. A betrothal between two houses? It's important to a lot of people. And maybe it's what Quisly needs.
Aw. I love this cinnamon roll. You know Quistley's betrothed?
Well, yes. The Bouchens are an influential Daggerfall family, just like the Silvells. I've known Morienne since we were children. I'm not surprised that a match was made. Funny. She always seemed to bring out the best in Quistley.
That's good. Okay, let's see. I still think this is kind of funny. I've got 2 Bastions. Okay, where to? I cannot remember where Elysian Tower is. Oh, okay. Not far. Alrighty. Whee! Oh, I love the music in these taverns. You can just sit here and let it play for hours. Actually, one night just kind of did that. Had my characters sit down. I just listened to music for a while. It was nice. Okay, let's see. Oh, it's a delve. Okay. Right.
What do you want?
Nothing. Nothing, sir. Okay, I keep forgetting that Mike does have a mini-map because it's in a different area than mine on my computer. Oh, it's outside.
I recognize you. Don Alphonse Bond sends his thanks for finding his inheritance.
Oh, well, send him you're welcome.
Can you believe it? Dragons in your own homeland. What are you going to do?
This one does not know, but he hopes his family is safe in Riverwood.
Does anybody else quote that every time you run past them? Okay. Let's see. Okay. Rather than I'm gonna get lost if I try to get out of there and go run around, so it's easier to just hop from there to here. Crocodiles. Yay. I love water, even on here. I'm a weirdo. Absolutely love water in rainy days, and this is beautiful to me. Why is there an oblivion? Oh, Doomchar Plateau. Yep, we are trying to get that. Might help if I go toward Elysian Tower. I'm trying to say it right. I went right past it.
This looks like the place Quistley told us about. Hold up. Let's talk before we go in.
Oh, okay, now I'm just talking with my companion one. That's interesting. I think he is so cute. I think he's adorable.
Remember, rooting out a nest of bandits is a secondary concern today. We just need to find this Granetta and convince her to give back the Silvell heirloom ring, one way or another. Then we'll see what Quistley found. I heard plenty about my father's treason. I think the Silvells wanted me to understand how fortunate I was that they took me in. About my mother? The Silvells only said she died of shame. Oh, and I had an older sister, who died too.
That's new information. Didn't know he had a sister. What are you hoping to learn from this letter?
It may sound foolish, but I'd dearly like to know why my mother decided to send me to the Silvells. We're not even related. And I want to know more about how she and my sister died. Shame usually isn't fatal.
Let's see if we can find that ring in Elysian Tower.
This had better be worth it, or I'm knocking him out again.
Oh, I forgot. He did that at the end of the quest when you get Bastian as a companion. I forgot about that. He did knock him out. Where are we going? Alright, so we can go. There's a sky shard in there. Alright, go this way. Yep, hello. You did. Oh, I'm sparkling. That's new. That must be part of one of Mike's add-ons. I like it. I love when I sparkle after I kill somebody with my two-handed sword. Alright. Oh yeah, if you are running around with Bastian, do not steal anything. That is a major no-no with him. If it's something that's not actually stealing, he doesn't care. Like these aren't technically stealing, so. Alright, are we on the right one? Oh, I am. Yay. Sparkle, sparkle.
You need to keep moving.
Yeah, thanks, Beth. Now I need to kill her. Oh, oh, I think this is it. This was the first delve I came into on my own once. And I got so scared when I killed that harpy, and then I'm like, there's harpies everywhere, I'm running away. Really early on when I was playing, I didn't know what to do. And I probably would have died.
They made their choices. So be it.
Aw, harpy really is pretty. Wish we could make them like Granada's journal. Last luck has finally turned my way. Some drunk knob in Daggerfall was celebrating his betrothal and joined our card game. The fool was so sure of his hand that he put up the betrothal ring he was carrying. I won! I took my winnings right then and headed out of town. You never know with rich folk. He might have sent someone after me to take the ring back, but I won it fair and square. I never cheat at cards. I need to get back to base and prepare dinner for the crew. They have been fair to me, but I'm no robber or outlaw. I'm a cook. If I can fence this pretty ring, buy myself some decent clothes, clean myself up a bit, maybe I can get hired in a proper tavern or inn. Tyrtus. That rogue Patrell brought in a giant egg and asked me to make a big omelet. I can't be sure, but I think it might be a harpy egg. That seems like a terrible idea. I know they are birds, but maybe they are a little bit people too? It's creepy. I'm going to tell one of the others to take it away. Tomorrow, before dawn, I'm getting out of here. I'm reinventing Granada Fassel. Oh, is that her? I feel bad now. I think she's dead. I'm sorry. Yeah. No. Alright. Silvell ring. Valuable ring. From Lady Silvell's jewelry collection.
Well, it looks like Quisley's in luck. The ring is still here. Better be outside with my letter.
Wait, was that her or was that one of the guards I killed? I don't know. My tired parent brain. Really is pretty in here. Now, I think there's a sky shard. Yeah. I'm gonna go get it. Because I don't think I have it. Well, I'm gonna go get it if I can find it, I should say. I can figure out how to get to it. lesson learned. I love that. Sky shot.
Sheath your weapons. The battle is won.
No, it's not, Bastian. Get back over here. How do we get back out? Where do we need to go back? Is he back at the, oh, he's outside. Okay. It's like, I don't know about anybody else, but I hate running the whole way back to get right back outside. Like, I will actually just pay to go to a way shrine if the price isn't too high. Exhausting to
On the side!
the whole way back through. Ooh, daily endeavor completed. Kill 5 humanoid foes. Weren't those humans, right, that I just killed? Or is that catching up with me with the harpies? Maybe. Am I bringing the party? Get them all, why not? Alright. Where'd she go? Okay. They disappeared. Yeah, let's be
No remorse! That's got it!
Come on, Bastian. Hi, Mike. I just realized I could see your comments. Hi, guys. I am so sorry. I just noticed I can see your comments. Hi. Okay. We're gonna go find Quisly.
Over here! Did you find it?
We found your ring. Now give me my letter.
Ring first, please. I wouldn't put it past you to take it straight to Father and make me get it from him.
Oh.
Put it past me? I keep my word, Quisly. But deal with my comrade if it makes you feel better.
I'm sorry, Bastian. He's being... Quisly being such a jerk.
I suppose the gambler's luck ran out. She should have been more careful about the company she kept. Let's get out of here. The sooner we bring this ring to Quisly, the sooner I'll get some answers.
I just want to hug him.
I thought I'd wait out here, out of sight from the scoundrels who hide in that old tower. I really need that ring back. I'm supposed to present it to my betrothed at a gathering tonight. Do you have it?
We found the ring. Do you have Bastian's letter?
I brought it. I wouldn't go back on my word. Don't you make that face at me, Bastian. Look, I don't want to disappoint Morianne, and I've promised my parents that I won't. This is the last time I wish to involve Bastian in my affairs.
Good. Here's the ring.
None the worse for its travels, thank the gods. Bastian's letter is right there. I can't tell you why my father held on to it. So, Bastian, you should have no quarrel with me. I think this successfully concludes our business.
Do you know anything more about why your parents took in Bastian?
I never gave it much thought, to be honest. My father only said it was an obligation, and that Silvells should live up to their obligations. I was angry about it at times. Some days I resented Bastian's presence in our house.
Resented? Why?
Isn't it obvious? Bastian never got into trouble. When I didn't study, my parents would point at Bastian and ask why I couldn't be more like him. I thought they cared more for him than for me, until my father took me aside and explained things.
Explained things? What things?
That Bastian was not a Silvell and never would be. My parents saw to his needs, and when he was grown, they gave him important work in looking after the family's business interests. I would expect more gratitude on his part, frankly.
Goodbye.
Why would Lord Silvell keep a letter intended for me? Read it, would you? If it's some sort of terrible news, at least you can break it to me gently.
Aww. Again, I would like to hug you, Sir Cinnamon Roll. Dear Master Bastian, I hope you remember me. By my reckoning, you would be about 15 now, nearly fully grown. You were very small when I last saw you, but I have thought of you often over the years. I was a servant to your lady mother from the days before she married your late father. I also cared for you for a time after your mother passed away. I brought you to the house Silvell in Daggerfall, and I worked for them a few months, but I was forced to leave when you were still quite young. I want you to know that you were your lady mother's main care and concern, even when she grew very ill and she knew she was dying. She set aside jewels from her own dowry to provide you with funds for education and such. She asked me to take you to live with your sister as soon as we were allowed to leave this house Silvell. Clarine is quite a bit older than you and was already married when your father was disgraced. But somehow, it seems the Silvells were given charge of you instead. I asked several times when your journey would continue, but never got a satisfactory answer. Soon after, I was dismissed. I now reside in the village Redfur, where I work at the Hardy Horivore Inn. I have some family in Grotwood, and I am comfortable enough these days. If you would write to me there, or if you are ever traveling in this part of the world, it would do me a sight of good to see or hear from you, and know that you are well. With care and fondness, Inalith? I'm not sure.
You don't look horrified, so I suppose I should screw up my courage and read it for myself. Let me see it, please.
You were not forgotten by your mother, even when she was dying.
I think I remember Inalieth. A little wood elf lady. She was kind to me. Why would Lord Silvell keep this from me? What became of my mother's jewels? Why was I not sent to my sister?
Good questions. Maybe that's why you like having me as a companion. I'm a little wood elf lady too. Didn't you say your sister was dead?
That's what I was told, but I don't understand. Clearly, my sister was alive at the time my mother told Inalieth to take me to her. Did she die before we left Daggerfall? I need to go to Redford trading post in Grotwood. Inalieth might have answers.
I'll go with you.
This all would have been much easier if Lord Silvell hadn't concealed so much from me. I imagine he'd say that he did it for my own good, but I admit, I've got some ugly suspicions about his motives. What game was he playing?
What exactly happened to your parents again?
My father was Lord Martell Hallex, and he was a traitor to the crown.
A traitor?
He was a trusted advisor to High King Emmerich. But when I was only 2, he plotted to arrange the king's murder and assume power. My father was found out, though. The king had him executed, and stripped House Hallex of its lands and titles.
What about your mother?
She was questioned rigorously, but the king's agents couldn't prove that she knew anything of my father's plot. Emmerich spared her life, but the shame of the whole affair broke her heart, or so I've been told. She died shortly afterward.
Oh. So it was a Padme situation. I was wondering. Aww. Again, I would like to hug you, sir. Alright. Let's see if we talk to Quisly again.
I do hope Bastian understands that he won't be invited to the wedding. My parents were quite put out at his sudden departure.
Wow. Wow. Man. Dang.
This all would have been much easier if Lord Silvell hadn't concealed so much from me.
Okay. See, I always run back and talk to them again, because sometimes they say extra things. Like that! Woohoo! Wow. Okay, let's see. Alright, I am screenshotting some things as I go, just so I have them in my memory here. And I can look back on them if I need to. Party Horvar Inn. How is he saying it? Inaliath? I think I've heard her name in the game before. Could be wrong. Could be thinking of something else, but...
Right behind you, partner.
Yay. Here's the way shrine. Alright, we need to go to Grotwood. Where are we going? Nope, that's West. I don't... There it is. Wait, you can travel to the Sky Shard? What? I do not have these things on mine. Oh, thanks guys. I can see some of your comments. Thanks for watching. It's okay if you can't. It's okay you couldn't stay on the whole time. I totally get that. But yeah, I'm so offended for Bastian though. He's not invited to Quisly's wedding. How dare he go out on his own? Okay, let's see here. Alrighty. Sorry, our cat was batting something around. Want to make sure it wasn't something she shouldn't be touching. Okay, let's see. That it? Yep. Okay.
I guess we should just ask around? Someone must know Analiath.
Inventory and deliveries do not get sorted by themselves. This one is rather busy.
Sorry, guys. Took a bite, and then I remembered I've been reading these out loud so that, if you're listening, you don't have to look at the screen to see what my character was saying. We're looking for Analiath. Does she work at this inn?
Inoliath? You are several weeks too late. Poor thing.
Oh no.
Vesa was not here when it happened. Nellor the innkeeper found coins missing and blamed Inoliath. Sent her off just like that. After Inoliath worked here for years. She would never steal.
Do you know where she went? We need to find her.
She went into the woods. The wood elves, they love their trees. But Inoliath is not young anymore. This one worries.
Oh.
Vesa thinks she made camp somewhere south of the village.
Oh, she's a sweet friend. Somewhere south. Okay. Yep.
I suppose it would have been too easy if Analiath was still working at the inn. Let's go find her then.
Okay, let's go. Let's go south.
Let's ride.
Yes, sir.
Just a small donation.
I love Grotwood. We're getting close.
Go on your way, strangers. I don't have much, if you think to rob me.
Wait, where is she? Did I pass her? Oh, she's over there. Oh, that's so pretty. She's wearing one of the wood elf costumes they had before.
Is that her? I wish I remembered her better. You know, she might think I ignored the letter she sent you.
No.
Is that her? I wish I remembered her better. You know, she might think I ignored the letter she sent years ago, and she might feel hurt by that. Why don't you talk to her? Ask if she's the Analiath who once worked for the Hallex family.
Aww. Oh, he's smiling again.
I may not be as spry as I once was, but I am still good with a bow, and I know this part of the Grotwood better than most. I can look out for myself if I need to.
My friend is Bastian Hallex. Are you the Analiath who once worked for the Hallexes?
Bastian!
Yes.
That little lad grown to such a big man! I have wondered and worried about him for so many years. Leaving him with the Silvells never sat right with me. He should have been sent to his sister in Wayrest.
He was told that his sister had died.
That wasn't true! Clarine married Count Orzin of Wayrest. Just last year I asked a traveller from Stormhaven about them. He told me the Orzins and their children were well. Are you saying that poor Bastian was never sent to her?
No. The Silvells took him in and raised him.
That was not what his lady mother wanted. Knowing that Bastian still had his sister was a comfort to her in her last days. And what of the jewels she provided? What did Lord Silvell do with Bastian's fortune? Disgraceful. Why, you poor lad.
Aw. Why did you bring Bastian to the Silvells instead of just going straight to Wayrest?
The king's officials thought Lady Clarine might be disloyal too. They commanded me to take young Bastian to the house of a minor lord and keep him there for a few months until they were sure she had nothing to do with Lord Hallex's treason.
The king told the Silvells to take in Bastian?
Someone in his court did. The Silvells had a young lad of their own. They were close at hand, and there were no doubts about their loyalties. Lord Silvell wasn't terribly happy about it, but he agreed to put up Bastian until things got sorted out.
What became of the jewels that Lady Halleck sent with Bastian?
Lord Silvell took them for safekeeping. He was supposed to send them with Bastian to Lady Clarine when the time came. But I don't know what happened after I was dismissed.
What did the Silvells tell you when they dismissed you?
Lord Silvell said that Bastian would be cared for. It wouldn't be my worry any longer. And he hinted that the king's officials had suspicions about some of us who served the Hallexes. I'm ashamed to say that I took his gold and ran for home. Oh, my little lord. It does my heart
He's, like,
good to
standing
see
on
you
top of
grown and well.
Naliath, I do remember you. Is what you say true? I was to be sent to my sister and her family?
Your mother insisted on it. She wanted you to be with your kin. Why that never happened, I don't know.
That is a mystery I want to solve. I need to speak to my friend here first, but I have so many questions for you. All these years, I assumed my mother had preferred to die instead of living with her disgrace, even if that meant leaving a small child alone in the world. But she didn't. And the sister I thought was dead is alive? I am stunned.
What do you make of all this, Bastian?
I feel relieved, I suppose, and confused. It's strange. My mother made arrangements for me. I wasn't just forgotten. Why did Lord Silvell ignore her wishes? Was it simple greed? Or did something else happen?
What about your sister?
I want to meet her, of course. But I wonder if perhaps she didn't want a tie to our disgraced family. Or maybe she didn't want to be burdened with a child to raise. I need to think. I don't want to just appear on her doorstep, you know?
You know that talking to your sister may be the only way to get the answers you're looking for.
I do. Unraveling my past has long been a dream of mine. But I have to admit, I never expected to feel so, well, nervous about finding out how I came to be where I was raised. I couldn't have done this without you. Thank you.
They did a very good job with putting the emotes on his face as he talks. Like, I'm actually feeling like I'm talking to him. Okay, you will receive Bastian's potion supply box. This small box contains a few potions that Bastian thought you might appreciate.
I'm not far off anytime you need me. But I'm anxious to learn more about my mother and sister. And I want to make sure Inaliath has somewhere safer to stay. I'd like to think the Hallexes owe her that much for her service.
Yay! Aw. Okay,
I'm not
do
far
the next
off
part.
anytime you need me.
I want to do the next part now. But I think you have to hit one more rapport threshold to do the final one with him. But I did read online that when you complete this quest,
I'm not far off anytime you need.
Yeah, your rapport goes up by like 500 points. Yeah, that's up way higher than it was. Okay, let's see. Yep, that one's completed. Oh, I want to go help. I want to finish
I
the
may
quest.
not be as spry as I once was, but I am still good with a...
Alright, that one is complete, guys. Woohoo! Okay, so... Hey, Mike, you on still? Can you hear me? I'm debating on, should I just continue with Miri, or should I log off and make another video with Miri's quest? No, I think I'm going to do that. Thanks for tuning in, guys. I'm going to hop off and then hop back on in just a minute with the second companion quest for Miri. Thanks for tuning in. If you're watching on replay or if you watched live, thank you for hanging out with me this morning as I did this quest. And as always, on Tuesday nights around 10 p.m., we do our Kennedy Clan Family Gaming, and we would love for you to tune in on Tuesday nights. We stream on Twitch and YouTube, and it's a lot of fun. You get to hear our family be crazy people. There's a bunch of us on together, and yeah, it's a fun time. Okay, never mind. My husband Mike says to keep going. I saw him on there. All right, so give me 1 second here. Let me switch out my companions. Get Miri. And there she is. Hi, Miri.
You called?
Yes, I did. Want to go talk to your
Change
mother?
of plans?
Okay. Alright, so...
Hope we find something interesting.
Alright, so this is where I'm at with Miri in the rapport. It's here. I'm guessing when we're done, it'll be about right here. Alright. Let's see. Does she interact with Anolia?
I may not be as spry as I...
Okay. 1 second, guys, while I assign a champion point. I hate that menu. Okay. Crafting. Okay. Alright, how's my inventory? Alright, we should be good. Alright, guys. If you're just now tuning in, I am doing companion quests today, the secondary companion quest. You get 3 with each of the companions. I just completed the one with Bastian, and so if you're interested in watching that, back up in the video. Later on, obviously, if you're watching live. And I'm going to do Miri's quest right now. Alright.
Something you need to discuss?
Get that pulled up first. That would be good. Okay, so the name of her quest that I'm doing right now is A Mother's Obsession. Miri has something of a family issue. Her mother, a collector of antiquities, has gone missing. Miri requested my assistance in finding her. Miri's mother was due to meet with someone at the Mages Guild in Stormhold, which can be found in Shadowfen. We should start there. And then also, just a note for anybody watching, as we go through, I'm reading out loud what would be my character's parts in case you're listening and can't watch. That way you can still follow the story. And I am kind of emoting and connecting with the characters a little bit, so I'm getting better as I go with not being self-conscious about that. But just a note so that if you're only able to listen,
Problem, Sarah.
Make that available for you guys to just listen. I'm also very tired and my anxiety's a little high, so I keep rambling and I apologize. Okay.
It's that obvious, eh? When Mum's in one of her flighty moods, it usually sorts itself out, but sometimes she gets so wrapped up in something it becomes an obsession. Someone has to talk some sense into her, and that someone is usually me.
Why does it always fall on you?
I got my mom's knack for adventure and my dad's level-headedness, so I'm the only one who's both crazy enough to go after her and sane enough to talk some sense into her. I also happen to be their eldest child, so it's my filial duty to the house.
I get that one. IRL. Do you have a lot of family obligations?
Not so much. Our family is of little consequence, so we're free to be a bunch of impetuous miscreants chasing our own whims. If I'd been born to one of the great houses, I'd either be a pawn in their schemes or a disappointment, like Father.
Ooh. Your father's a disappointment?
He's a 7th son of a 7th son in House Halalu, so he wasn't going to amount to anything without climbing over his siblings. Dad's Too sweet for that. So we wound up marrying into our little house for something as unprofitable as love.
Aw. Have you ever been to Stormhold?
We lived there for a good few years when I was young. It was awkward at times. Argonians don't trust dark elves, for good reason. I like to think my parents showed them different, but not everyone warmed up to us.
Hardly surprising that the Argonians are wary of dark elves.
I know. It just ashes my hide that a few rotten fetchers ruined it for the rest of us. But that's not quite the truth. It's easy to blame it all on House Drez and the Telvanni, but they weren't the only ones keeping slaves before the Pact.
Did your family keep slaves?
No. My mom and dad never approved of it. I even had a cousin who was forced into servitude, and they helped my uncle free him at great risk to themselves. But our ancestors, that... I don't know.
That burden's on them. It's not yours.
Yeah, I suppose. I just feel foolish for taking our innocence for granted. If my ancestors weren't guiltless, I'll just have to be better than them. That's all there is to it. I can start by getting my mother to act more responsibly.
I take it this isn't the first time you've had to go chasing after your mother.
It's that obvious, eh? When Mum's in one of her flighty moods, it usually sorts itself out, but sometimes she gets so wrapped up in something it becomes an obsession. Someone has to talk some sense into her, and that someone is usually me.
So, Stormhold, which is in Shadowfen. Very close to Away Shrine, yes. Do 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 do.
Search my packs. You will find nothing. This one is innocent.
I want to do them all. I'm running past them though. Okay, so where are we going? Shadowfen. Okay. Okay, there we go. Stormhold, sure. That is taking a minute to load. By the way, sorry if it's distracting that I am eating my yogurt and oatmeal. Ooh, Dolman going off. That's a lot further away than it looks, isn't it? I hate that. I always seem to see those dolmens in the distance, and then I realize just how far away they are, and I'm like, oh, I'll never get there. Alright. So, I need to go to the Stormhold Mages Guild. Oh, I need to go level my horse for the day, too. Let's go do that. Over the river and through the woods, to level my horse I go.
We don't get a lot of call for horses, the swamps being...
Thank you, sir. Okay.
Let's ride!
Wrong direction.
They say the hist weeps
Go
with
the other
happiness when an
way.
Argonian hatches. How can a tree weep?
What nonsense. Everyone knows the Hist isn't a tree.
isn't just a tree, it's sentient. A living thing. Weeping can be immense.
I saw strange lights coming from Tenmar Walk. I thought it was deserted.
I love Shadowfen and Grotwood.
Stay away if you know what's good for you.
I keep going the wrong direction, guys. Or no, I am going the right way. Yay! Or did I just convince myself? Yep, wrong direction. Welcome to my live stream where I have become Crown. Anybody that watches our family game nights on Tuesdays, we get that. And if Crown watches this, she's going to be like, hey. And now I'm frozen. What the heck? I'm sorry I insulted Crown in a joking manner. Oh no. I'm frozen. Alright. Alright. Am I frozen completely on Twitch? Okay, I'm froze. Oh, okay. You guys can see me, looks like. Alright. Okay, you can hear and see me, it's just a game. That's what I get for insulting Crown. Yes, I know, Mike. Thank you. Okay, I was kidding. I love her. Okay, alright, so what do I do, Mike? This is your computer. I'm like legit frozen on ESO. Which you can see. Sorry guys, I gotta try to figure this out. Let's see. Hitting escape doesn't do anything. How do I restart ESO when I can't even get out? Sorry guys, I'm texting Mike. Oh, hey Mike, apparently we're quiet. Or I'm quiet. And I do tend to talk quiet when I'm by myself on something. So I might need to turn up the sensitivity of the mic. Okay. Alright. Dang it, Mike, if you can take a second, I know you may not be able to, and tell me how to log out, how to get out of ESO on this setup, because I cannot see the mouse on the right-hand screen either. I'm not sure how to get out of ESO at the moment. Windows button. Thank you. Well, maybe. Still not letting me do anything. sorry, you guys. This is not my computer setup. This is my husband's, and it's slightly confusing at the moment. Sorry about that. Yeah, the Windows button is doing nothing. Unless I'm pushing the wrong button. That's where the Windows button is on mine. It is doing nothing. Okay, well, Miriam's my BFF. I just saw your comment, Mike.